Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon to all our honored guests. Welcome to webinar session of the Higher Education Virtual Expo 2021. Joining me this afternoon are two panels, Dr. Ong Wee Hong, Deputy Dean for Digital Initiative, and Dr. Owais Ahmed Malik, Program Leader for the Mathematical and Computer Science from University Brunei Darussalam. They will be presenting a topic on the new Bachelor of Digital Science program at UBD. Doctor, if you may.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So I'll share the slides. Okay, yeah, so good afternoon. We are here, myself and my colleagues here, we are here to share with you some information about the digital science programs in UBD. In the latest World Economic Forum report, so they have identified through surveys the technologies that are most likely to be adopted by the industry in the next 5 years. And if you see the list, you can see from the list that majority of the technologies are digital technologies. Yeah? Right on top of the list, we have cloud computing, big data analytics, Internet of Things, and then we have encryptions and cybersecurity. We have artificial intelligence, text, image, and voice processing, e-commerce, robotics, augmented and virtual realities, distributed ledger technologies such as the blockchains, 3D and 4D printing and modeling. So these are all digital technologies that the industry see that they will adopt. They will most likely adopt these technologies in the next 5 years. In the same report, they have also identified top job roles that are in increasing demands across the industries. Again, we can see from the list that majority of them are digital technologies, meaning that they are expertise and specializations that are in the areas of digital science. So right on top of the list, we have data analysts and scientists, and then we have artificial intelligence or AI and machine learning specialists. Then we have big data specialists, digital marketing and strategy specialists, process automation specialists. Then we have digital transformation specialists, information security analysts, software and applications developers, Internet of Things specialists. And then we also have database and network professionals, robotics engineers. So these are the type of expertise or specializations that the industries are now mainly looking for. Yeah. So with the accelerated adoptions or the applications of digital technologies in the industry as well as in our everyday life, we are brought into this industrial revolution 4, yeah, where technologies, especially the digital technologies, are part of our everyday operations. They have changed the way business in the industry operates. So in UBD, we have revamped our computer science program to face the challenges and the needs and the requirements of the job markets that is coming the way. Yeah? So to prepare our students to be able to face these challenges and the requirements and the demands in the job market that is already coming their way. So the program is offering, our new Bachelor of Digital Science program is offering 4 majors that will provide a curriculum that covers the key digital technologies in the IR 4.0. So the 4 majors are cybersecurity and forensics, data science, artificial intelligence and robotics, and then computer science. Yeah? So these programs are designed also in view of the anticipated manpower requirements of the National Digital Economy Master Plan. We have designed the content based on international curricular guidelines, including the British Computer Society's curriculum guidelines, as well as ACM IEEE computer science curriculum guidelines. So the 4 majors will provide the students the core or the knowledge and skills that will allow them to apply or to adopt the technologies in different domains, including business, arts, laws, natural sciences, biodiversities, and they have the opportunities throughout the course or the program to study or to be involved in projects that are multidisciplinary and cross-disciplinary that involves other domains. So the degree is a 4-year degree. So in UBD, 1 year comprises of 2 semesters. So it's a total of 8 semesters to complete the degree. And the intake starts in every August. So every August we take in a new intake. Yeah. So throughout the 4 years, the student will have to do sufficient modular credits. Yeah? So modules in our context is similar to subjects you have in the school. Yeah? So there are modules that the students, all the students in all the majors will take. So that's the degree core. Yeah? So the degree cores are the modules that all the students in all the majors will have to do. And then we have some modules that the students in a specific major must do as well. So each of these modules will give them some modular credits. And then there are optional modules which they can choose to go into certain area in their specialized majors as well as in cross or multidisciplinary areas. Yeah. So in UBD, we have some compulsory breaks that the students will do. And we have a discovery year, which the students will go out of the UBD to work in the industry or to study elsewhere to gain some experience outside the UBD environments. Yeah. Finally, there are some modular credits which they can acquire through taking some break modules, possibly from other faculties or as well as coming inside the digital science. Yeah. So throughout the four years, the students must complete sufficient modules in all these different areas to gain 152 MCs to be able to graduate. So within that 4 years or within the 8 semesters, the students will take one of the study semesters and one of the long semester break to complete their discovery year experience. Yeah. So the discovery years comprises of spending 2 periods of time equivalent to 2 semesters in any 2 of the activities that are listed here. So they can possibly join study abroad programs and attend some learning or modules in other universities, our partner universities, or they can do internships in companies, which can be in the countries or abroad. Yeah. And then there is community outreach program, which they can participate in during their discovery year, or they may be involved in innovations or incubation projects. Yeah. So these are some sample modules that throughout the 4 years, the students will have the opportunity to learn. Yeah? So these are the type of specialists or specializations or expertise or the knowledge or the skills that you will gain studying the programs in digital science. Yeah. So some of the modules are core to certain majors, and some of the modules are options. So depending on which majors a student is taking, and depending on what is his or her interest, then there are some options that they can actually go for. Yeah. So you can see on the list we have modules on AR and VR, augmented and virtual reality. So we have some core fundamental knowledge in computer science, such as database design. These are important. To build on top of it are other expertise. Yeah. So operating system, computer networks, and then we have software engineering, human-computer interactions, artificial intelligence, physical computing, dealing with sensors, actuators, physical systems, but programming physical system, including things like IoT and things like that. We have robotics, machine learning, big data, and data analytics, cybersecurity, digital forensics, computer securities. And then we also have some advanced topics around such as deep learning, autonomous mobile robot, smart systems, and we have multidisciplinary or cross-disciplinary modules such as those in the business. And then we have natural language processing, machine perceptions, so quite a broad choices. These are just some of the modules, which this is not the full list of the modules that you may have the opportunities to study when you take up the Bachelor of Digital Science with us. So so with the extensive or the use of digital technology, the demand of the digital technologies in the industry is obviously there is a large job market out there for the type of expertise that are required in the industry. I think the challenge is whether a student or someone who is looking for a job has that expertise that is required in the industry, and our program will try to prepare the students for that sort of expertise. So these are the possible sort of responsibilities or jobs that our students are taking: software developers, information security analysts, or web developers, mobile application developers, data analysts, and big data specialists dealing with AI and machine learning. So we have students who are actually working in these areas out in other companies right now. Yeah. So robotics, intelligent system designs, human machine interaction designs, and for those of them who are enterprising or entrepreneurs, so you may actually be technopreneurs as well. And obviously, what is equally important is that what we provide you with the knowledge and the skills that you will have will build a very strong foundation for your further studies to take up further studies such as master levels or a doctorate levels. Yeah. So there are many companies that actually requires that sort of skills, which here we have listed a few: the telco companies such as UNN, UNN, and then Imagines, DSTs, Progressive. These are the companies that needs a lot of expertise in digital technologies. And then we have other digital solutions companies like Dynamic Technologies, and then EVIT as well is the one that is the company that has developed the Blue Health applications. Yeah. So these are the possibilities, and it is not the full list. Yeah. And obviously we foresee that this possibility will become more and more, because in our national digital economy master plans, they have at the national levels identified key projects in which definitely requires expertise and manpower in the areas of digital science. Yeah? So here, these are the key projects that are actually identified in our national digital economy master plan. So the prospect of career is obviously large. Yeah, and looking at our national, I mean, inside the countries as well as outside the country, the question is whether someone or you has the right expertise that is required by the vacancy that is available out there. So just before you get to that levels of being ready for the job markets, so obviously you should join us, yeah, to prepare yourself for that. But what do you need to be? Meaning that what sort of skills are required in order for you to study digital science? So when we say digital science, it's actually built on top of computer science, which we have a lot of computations and computing. So we are trying to model the whole world into the computer systems where everything is digitalized and everything is kind of computed that makes everything possible. So therefore, for as good foundations in mathematics is very important. A good foundation in mathematics is very important. And then based on all this data, we have to be able to make sense out of them, make decisions out of them, and then figure out different algorithms that can actually interpret or give us some useful information. So logical thinking is definitely a skill that is something that is desirable if someone is going into this area, digital science. So, and obviously, for all that we are doing, we want to be able to come up with solutions that can solve real world problems. So, and even when we are developing the solutions, yeah, so writing the programs itself, there will be a lot of things that we have to troubleshoot. So besides the real problem itself, the implementations wise, designs wise, so all the areas requires a good problem solving aptitude. Yeah. So on top of this, obviously the most important is that you should be interested in this, and you will really enjoy the possibilities that you can do with having the expertise or the skills and the knowledge in digital science. Yeah? So having the passion and intuition is obviously very important. Yeah? So you should enjoy what you're doing. So on paper, the entry requirements, well, to be able to apply or to be enrolled into the Bachelor of Digital Science in UBD are this. Yeah. So if you have A levels, if you have 2 A levels, meaning that if you can count 2 of your A levels towards these points, then you are eligible to apply to the program. So with 2 A levels, then if the 2 A levels add up to 180 A level points, then you're eligible for that. But if you are at 160 A level points or below 180, but then at 160 or above, then you can still apply, but you will have to be assessed through an entrance examination. Yeah. But if you can't get that much of points within 2 A levels, but you have 3 A levels that can add up to 220, then you are also eligible. Yeah. But then if it's below 220 with 3 A levels, but you have 200 or above, then you can still apply, but you will have to be assessed. You have to pass an entrance examination. Yeah. But if you are holding a higher national diploma, obviously in relevant fields, then if you have 2 distinctions and 4 merits of relevant core modules, we will have to see what other modules you have scored these results. Then you can apply to the Bachelor of Digital Science. But if you don't have that 2 distinctions, but you have 5 merits, you can apply, and then you will have to go through the entrance examinations. And all of these, obviously, as we have said, mathematics, the skills is very important. So we require that any student who apply to us should have grade C's at their O-level mathematics. Yeah. So, and English obviously is the medium that we have used to teach, to deliver the programs, and you will need to be able to understand and to write in English. So grade C6 in O-level English is the requirements, the minimum requirements that we need. Yeah? And for those who actually have international baccalaureate, so you can apply to us, and this is the requirements. Yeah, 26 points, and obviously maths is requires. But if you have less than 26 points, but you have 24 or above, then you can apply. And then, of course, with maths, but you will need to pass an entrance examinations. Yeah. For those who may not have the sort of results academically, but they have 5 years of relevant working experience, again, relevant, and plus a minimal academic results, then they can apply, but they will be subject to entrance examinations. Yeah. And again, English is required at the level of grade C's at all levels. Yeah. Yeah. So that was basically about the Bachelor of Digital Science. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what is in it, and how long it is, and then what you need in order to study it. Yeah. So now I'm going to give you some information about digital science. That means ourselves there in UBD. So hopefully that will give you an idea of what you're going into. I mean, so we have a few programs offered under digital science in UBD. So the Bachelor of Digital Science is the one that you're probably looking at. But we also have Master of Science in Computer Science by research. And we also have PhD in Computer Science, which we have students doing research in both levels. Yeah. And we are also offering customized short courses to the industry. So we are moderate groups of people, so quite comfortable. We have 10 academics at the moment, but we'll be growing. And we have 2 technical staff. We have 8 postgraduate students. Some are doing their masters, some are doing their PhD. And we have 87 undergraduate students. So these are doing the bachelor's. Yeah. So in terms of laboratories, we are quite well equipped. So we have, when we introduce this new program, we have acquired a lot of facilities to make sure that we are able to support the teaching, learning, as well as the research in all the key areas that we are trying to train our students. Yeah. So we have data science lab. We have a number of labs, and these are just a few of them. We have a data science lab, and then we have smart prototyping lab, and then we have robotics and intelligent system lab. We have interactive system lab, and we also have a motion analysis lab. Yeah. So perhaps the next few slides will give you an idea of what sort of facilities are in these labs. Yeah. So obviously we have high performance computers. So we have upgraded most of our computer systems, which has a high power GPUs, allowing us to run more advanced AI algorithms, including deep learning algorithms, which demands a lot of parallel programming, parallel processing and things like that. So yes, we have the latest computers with us that will allow the student to run algorithms or that is highly demanding in terms of computing power. And we have a lot of robotic systems, small one with which students will play with them when they do modules in robotics. Yeah, so we have a lot of small robotic kits that is used for teaching purpose, and then we also have larger real robotic systems which students can use for their projects, are using them for their projects, as well as the research students are using them to study, to do research in robotics. And then we also have a humanoid robot, which is a now robot system, which we are using it to program the robots to interact with humans. So in the aspect of human-computer interactions. So we have a lot of high-spec vision systems. Obviously, vision is an important part of intelligent systems, or or in many systems, which it gives us the idea of what's out there in the world. Yeah? So it gives us the pictures of the world and then put it into the computer. And then we will do a lot of things, a lot of interesting things with the images that we can get into the computer systems. Yeah, so we have high spec vision systems. Yeah, those that can actually track the motions of the markers and things like that that's marked on the human systems. And then we also have infrared and thermal vision systems. We also have depth camera system, which can see the depth of an object within the images. And we also have a high quality camera system. So we also have quite a lot of cyberphysical systems that we extensively use in IoT projects or the Internet of Things projects. So this means that this is playing around with hardware and software and putting them to work together with sensors, actuators, turning off something, turning off some things, reading some switch, whether the door is open, the door is closed, and all these things, and measuring whether what is the pH level of the soil, what is the moisture in the soil. So all these sort of facilities, we have them with us. Yeah. We have also a number of variable sensor systems which can measure signals coming from our body. Yeah, so including the brainwave. So we can be actually measuring I think this is EEG. Yeah, EEG. Yeah, so EEGs, and then we have this one is EMG, or the middle one I think is EMGs, and then we have the smartwatch, and then I think the smart shoes. Yeah, so all these are wearable sensors where it can actually measure the different signals that are coming up from our body, as well as movement. Yeah? And the smart prototyping labs, which we have quite a number of latest smart prototyping facilities, including 3D printers, laser cutters, and some soldering stations and things like that, and large size printers. Yeah, so we have those that will be able to support our learning and teaching activities. Yeah? So that was about what we have, and hopefully it gives you an idea that yes, you will be in environments that you have a lot of interesting things to play with. Yeah. So let me just show you a few of the projects that we are doing, which means our students are doing, which means if you join us, you will be doing. Yeah. So these are a few projects that we put here. So mainly we have tried to kind of group them into a few different areas. So that means We have projects that are dealing with computer visions, human-computer interactions in robotics, healthcare applications, Internet of Things, augmented and virtual realities, machine learning, and natural language processing. Yeah? So let's just give let me show you some of the projects that our students are doing in each of these areas. Yeah? So in computer visions, we have projects that actually use depth camera systems to see to study to observe the human motions and to understand or predict what they are doing. Yeah, so human activity recognition, and then we also have projects that's able to use camera system to visually inspect whether the fruit is good or bad. Yeah, so and also we have projects that actually can use a mobile phone to just capture an image and figure out what that plant species is. Yeah, so these are a few examples that we of the projects that we have in computer vision. Yeah, and again, these are students, our students that are actually doing these projects. Yep. So human-computer interactions and robotics. So we have we have quite a few projects in terms of autonomous navigations of robots, which is very important. Until now, you probably don't see a robot in your real life because this technology has not matured. So everyone is still studying it, and we are also studying it. Yeah? So you can see here that the robot is going around and slowly trying to build the maps around it. Yeah. So that's autonomous navigations, and then also we have projects here which detects the human gestures, our hand gestures, and then to use the hand gestures to control appliances at home, turning off, turning on, and things like that. Yeah. So and then we also have other projects such as a person-aware chatbot where we try to let the robot chat with humans after knowing who they are. We also have projects in self-driving car. Yeah. So we have a number of projects in healthcare applications. We have a number of applications, projects in healthcare applications. Yeah. So such as dealing with finding patterns in data, healthcare data, so data analytics for this hypertension. This is cardiovascular disease, cancer, balance, humans, motions, pattern recognitions, and also of health data that we try to find meaning out of it to give some useful diagnosis information. Yeah. We have a number of Internet of Things projects, yeah. So which we come up with different ways of connecting devices remotely, or monitoring the environments remotely. Yeah. So, and then we also have a number of augmented and virtual realities projects that uses mobile phone with augmented digital informations that can dynamically update itself as we go around, depending on what is viewed in the view. Yeah. So we have AR application for botanical gardens in our UBD, AR navigations for UBD campus, and then we also is now starting working on architectural heritage in Brunei. Yeah. So finally, we have a lot of projects in applications of machine learning, which is an area in artificial intelligence, and as well as natural language processing. Yeah. So these are the list of different projects here. If we look at evolutionary modeling, and then applications of machine learning in geoscience, information, chemical science, and then self-supervised learning, which is a very new topics in machine learning. And also we are looking into understanding Malay languages sentences using machines, data summarizing, fake news predictions. Yeah. So these are the different projects that we are doing in machine learning and natural language processing. So that's about it, as much as the time I can have to share with you about the things that we have in digital science in UBD. If you want to learn more, you can reach us, or you can look at these websites, and there are informations about the programs, there are informations about our projects, or you can there is context that you can actually reach us to ask questions or to find out more. Yeah. So if you find something is interesting here, yeah, please consider joining us. Yeah. So we will grow together digital science in UBD. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for the very insightful presentation. Now we move on to the question and answer session. There are quite a few questions here. The first one from Hazim Abdullah. Is the program an honors degree?
Is the program an honors degree?
Yes.
It should be.
Actually, we don't have that honors degree concept here in UBD. We have a 4 years program, as mentioned earlier. So, like, you have to spend 4 years to complete your degree, as opposed to like the system which is in UK, where you spend 3 years to finish your degrees, bachelor degree. So it's a 4 year program. So you have to spend 4 years to complete your degree.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Another question from Dave Ding. If I want to be a programmer, should I take digital science?
Yeah, I think it's a good option because it's quite practical. There is a major in computer science where we are mainly focusing on programming, large scale software development. We have a software development lab as part of the 2 years project. After 2 years, so you have to take that one. So, and there's a quite intensive modules in programming side where you will be able to learn different languages, and you will be able to become a good programmer.
Okay, there's another two questions from the same person. Will the modules be more practical or just theoretical?
I think in computer science there is less theory, or in general in digital science we have less theory and more practical. All of our modules have labs. Out of, like, if we have 4 MCs module, 4 module credits module, and in that case I think more than 50% is hands-on activity for most of the modules. We have a proper lab design for different modules, and all the time we try to relate to the practical problems which we want to solve. So it's not that theory all the time. You will not learn theory. It's theory plus the practical. Both things go hand in hand.
Yes. And will I be a full back-end developer by the end of the 4 years?
If you are registered in, or you are taking the computer science major, then definitely you will be, because our target is to produce the programmers as well as the full stack developers for Brunei. So you will be able to do that.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Another question from Dayanku Fariza. Can you share the entrance exam format, or what sort of questions will be included in this exam?
This is more towards checking your logical thinking. So we will be giving you more on the mathematics side. We would like to see whether you have the basic foundation, what is required for computer science. So it's more on the mathematics, which may be algebra, some part of your O-level, A-level maths, and few problems which can be related to logical thinking.
Okay.
And it will be the format will be MCQs based.
Okay. Can you specify what relevant subjects are being mentioned to apply for this course?
I think this is already mentioned on the entry requirements. You can visit this website, ds.ubd.edu.bn. You would be able to find the relevant I think areas like mathematics and English and few other things in O-level, A-level. If you have taken the, I think it's physics or science subjects plus
science
maths.
subjects.
Yeah, it's more science plus and maths. Yeah, plus maths.
Another question from Chigur Nuraina from Sekolah Menengah Saidina Ali. Is it a must for the student to have a digital science in A-level for this program?
No, it's not required. We are just now we have answered that you should have the science subjects plus maths. So you don't need to have computer science in your A-level. We are not expecting that, but you should have some good background in maths.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. And there are two questions from Muhammad Hafiz. Is there any discovery year outside the country allowed this year? And is it possible that this program would be a 3-year program like UTB offered?
I think the discovery year sending anybody outside it is as per the government policies, MOH policy and MOE policy. So it's not in our hands. If the visas will be open, then definitely, I mean, the visa means like the borders are open, then you can go abroad. But I don't think that currently the borders are open except for Singapore. But other places, I don't think we are sending anyone. Then the next question about 3 years program. For the timing, we don't have any such plans because our degree is 4 years, and we are following Gen Next program where students get more diversification, just rather than focusing on one specific area. So we try to give them a flavor of different optional modules where they can learn not only major related things, but also things which are important once they join the industry and the market.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. There's no more questions. Would you like to, since we still have a few minutes left, would you like to add more information on anything?
It's okay. I think from our side, we are done. Hopefully, if they have any questions, they
All
can
right.
ask later.
Yeah,
Alright.
they can
Okay,
always
thank
respond.
you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, doctors, for the
you.
very good presentation. And thank you, everyone, for joining this webinar session. Inshallah, we will be back at 3 o'clock for the next session. For more info, for the digital science, you can go to their website at ubd.edu.bn, or maybe go to their virtual booth at HE Expo website. So once again, thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, thank you.